So in one of our previous video, one of the people commented that our mix has a lot of cocoa chips, we are going to get root rot. And that's a very interesting comment because 3 years ago we would have believed him, because from our experience we were growing a lot of different aroids, and whenever we use cocoa chip we have a lot of root rot. And it turns out that it is not cocoa chip that causes root rot. If we look deeper into it, the understanding is that if you have anaerobic conditions, that is a condition that doesn't have enough airflow, the substrate doesn't basically stay aerated, it will start to produce a lot of bacteria growth, and that produces a lot of carbon dioxide, and that encourages even more bacteria growth. So basically a lack of fresh air, a lack of oxygen. And the trick for our substrate is that we use cocoa chips that are very, very small. If you look at it, it's not bigger than 1 inch in any dimension. And when we mix it in together with things like pumice, zeolite and large perlite, that really allows it to stay aerated and prevent that anaerobic conditions that causes root rot. So that's one part of the equation. And this is basically what we think of when we think of cocoa chip last time. So you imagine it's like a huge sponge without the other substrates that are filling the gaps in between. This basically become a mushy mess, and you can see we soaked it in water. This entire thing produces water when you squeeze it. So this huge sponge basically becomes one continuous substrate. You think about it as a sponge, at the center of the sponge there's not going to be very much air. So that's one of the ways that why we use cocoa chip and we do not get root rot. So the other reason we don't get root rot is because we use grow bags. You can actually use grow bags from any brand. We developed this basically as a response to the fact that a lot of the grow bags are meant for agricultural farming use. You're growing tomatoes, you're growing food crops. So they are usually made with cost efficiency in mind. So we developed this using basically felt, and we use multiple different thickness. We go through the R&D, we make sure that this is something that doesn't absorb too much water and it's going to cause root rot at the end of the day. And yeah, so what we do is we grow every single one of our plant inside of these grow bags at our plot. And basically with our substrate, we never had a situation of overwatering. As at one time when we actually propagated one of the plants that was grown in sphagnum moss, and the sphagnum moss got stuck onto the root. We didn't realize it, we buried it together, and that's the only time we got a root rot situation. So let us take a look at how this grow bag actually, how well it really aerates the substrate to prevent this root rot situation. So over here we have a grow bag with our substrate inside. We're going to water it, and what you're going to notice is that the water flows out very easily, and the act of the water flowing in and out of the bag actually pulls in fresh air and aerates the substrate. And the surface of this bag is made of felt, so it's going to increase the evaporation surface all over the bag. That's going to provide humid environment for your plant, and at the same time, through the wicking and drying of the external side of the bag, what it does is that the edge of the bag becomes drier. And when that happens, your moisture is going to migrate outwards, and that migration actually pulls in fresh air back into the substrate as well. And this is how we are able to basically not have root rot for the entire of our plot. And we have been here for about a year now. This is the King Anthurium that I unboxed a while back. It's growing in a grow bag and a large grow pole. Look at its latest new leaf. This is massive. It is grown in a medium-sized grow bag and a large grow pole. You can see there's a very healthy root trying to peek out. And over here at the back, you can see inside the grow pole how thick the roots really are. And look at how nice the new fresh root tips are growing. So this is the secret to growing large plants, having a very good base for it to grow very strong roots. And I hope that in our YouTube channel, I'm gonna teach you how to grow big plants with and without our products.